Hello Internet, and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown, where you can see I've got my proper invitational team here now. So in the last one we had a bit of fun with Charmico and Hariyama and Magnezone, more importantly. But I thought it might be interesting for you to actually watch me do a few games with this team. Now, the team report is on, well, I've got all of the videos up with the analysis of the team, rather, so you can see all the details of this team. You've probably learnt about it by now, but yeah, I thought it might be interesting for you to actually watch me do some games live with this and see how it turns out, see what kind of thought process I have when I'm actually playing live. So, what have we got here then? We've got a pretty nice looking team. I like the look of this team that I'm playing against. Aegislash is always a problem, Kangaskhan is always a problem. Amoonguss is never nice to play against either. But threats to Azumarill. Obviously, Amoonguss, his Kangaskhan can do a lot of damage to it as well. If I haven't got my Raichu, then the Rotom is a threat to it. So, I am going to lead actually with Raichu and Talonflame. I'm expecting an Amoonguss to lead. If he doesn't, then I've got this wrong. But we'll see how it goes. And I need my Tyranitar for his Rotom and his Aegislash as well. So let's see how this goes. Oh, there's the Amoonguss. And is this Kangaskhan? It's not Kangaskhan, it's Aegislash. Okay, well, okay. I think I'm in a reasonable position here. His Tyranitar is probably thinking about coming in if he's got his Tyranitar there, but his Amoonguss is quite threatened. His Aegislash is quite threatened, but I'm actually not going to attack it, I'm going to taunt it. So let's see how this works out. Oh, he protected it with his Amoonguss. He might be substituting here, let's see. He is attacking. He is Shadow Balling Raichu, which doesn't do too much damage to it, so that's alright, that's not a problem. Now, this next turn could work out in a few ways. He knows I've got Taunt now. His Amoonguss is still threatened. His Aegislash is even more threatened though, so I'm not sure he is going to leave that in for a Thunderbolt slash Flare Blitz. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to Taunt this Amoonguss. I'm going to use Hidden Power Ice, and I'm going to use Brave Bird. I think. Yes. Let's do it. Let's see how this works out. Yep, so, yep, like I thought, he does switch his thingy out. Oh, and the Brave Bird just one-shots this Amoonguss. I thought this Amoonguss would survive, because this Talonflame is only jolly. Not that it matters too much. The extra Thunderbolt damage would have been, you know, a few extra HP on this Rotom, I suppose, but not the greatest of differences. But this Amoonguss is out of the way now, which is massive. So here's the Kangaskhan. Has it got Fake Out or not? I don't know. What shall we do then? I think he's probably just going to overheat the Raichu actually. And maybe Fake Out, maybe just target the Talonflame. So I'm going to bring Tyranitar in and I'm going to protect with Talonflame. Let's see how this works out. Mega Evolving, protecting. And, oh, he uses Fake Out on what was the Raichu. And it's a Thunderbolt. Okay, so he was expecting that Fake Out to knock out the Raichu, and then he would get the Thunderbolt on the Talonflame, which is fair enough, I suppose. Now there's a few things that can happen here. I think, I don't think he's going to go for a Thunderbolt. I think he's probably more inclined to go for a Will-O-Wisp on my Tyranitar. So I'm going to Mega Evolve it, and I am going to protect, and I just want some damage on this Kangaskhan, I think, so not risking the Sucker Punch, I'm going to Brave Bird it. Let's see how this works out. So there's the Brave Bird, there's a nice chunk. So Talonflame's going down this turn, and oh, he goes for a return on Tyranitar. And he does go for a Thunderbolt. That didn't matter though, the Sandstorm was going to knock Talonflame out at the end anyway. But because he used Return there, this lets me bring Raichu in. And he might not have well, I mean, I'm sure he probably does have a fighting attack, but he's probably got power up punch. They normally do. I can survive that. I can Dragon Dance, and I'm not going to use Fake Out. I'm actually just going to use Encore on this Rotom to lock it into Thunderbolt. So he's probably expecting a Fake Out. He might switch something here. He might... yeah, he is switching the Rotom. And there's the Aegislash coming in. Oh, he's got Protect on his Kangaskhan, which makes sense. Obviously that is threatened with a Encore next turn as well. But there's my Dragon Dance. That's nicely done. Now, this Aegislash might have Sacred Sword, which obviously threatens Tyranitar. And he might... I mean, this Encore is very obvious on his Kangaskhan, so I'm actually not going to go for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Protect and Thunderbolt the Aegislash. Okay. Oh, well. I've got the damage on the Aegislash. What's he doing? He's knocking out my Raichu. Okay, if he goes for Substitute here, then I'm in a bit of a problem, but he doesn't. He uses Flash Cannon. Okay, so he's not got Sacred Sword, but now we've got the mind games with King's Shield and all of the rest of it. He might King's Shield, but even if he doesn't, I can survive a Flash Cannon and I can flinch him with Rock Slide. So I'm going to go for Rock Slide, and I'm actually going to go for Belly Drum, because I think Azumarill is quite covered here. Let's see how this goes. Obviously he's got Rotom H in the back as well, so if he switches that in, then he's going to probably be knocked out by it. So that's something he might not do. If he does use King's Shield here, then that's excellent. I think I would have won the game. But oh, he uses Protect and he uses King's Shield, so that worked out perfectly for me. So there's the Rock Slide, and now I've got my Belly Drum up. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. Because what I can do now, because I've got, unless he gets a double King's Shield, I can Crunch, knock out that, and I can Aqua Jet and knock out that. So let's see this go. I could Aqua Jet the Aegislash, but I'm pretty sure this +6 Aqua Jet won't knock that out. Because I would rather a King's Shield drop on Azumarill, but we're just overthinking it now, I think. So he doesn't even go for a double King's Shield. Aqua Jet and Crunch will knock this Aegislash out. Yep. There we go. And now the game's mine, obviously. I can just Crunch it and Aqua Jet it. It's, yeah, the game's won. So, yeah, that was quite a nice game. Let's have a look and try and find another one then. So, yeah, that was quite an interesting game, actually. That opponent was competent. They had a nice team. I like the look of that team. But my experience with this team is obviously vast. Okay, so this team looks very familiar. This is this not Mr. Bopper's team that he used in the LCQ at Worlds? I think it might be. So this will be quite interesting. This Lucario, then, I believe is Focus Sash, and this is a Mega Tyranitar. So, let's see how we go. He has obviously got 2 Grass Pokemon, and he's got Lucario, so he definitely wants to cover my Talonflame. He'll have both of these. Okay, so this is a tricky team to play against, but I'm sure it's not impossible to win. Because he's got these 2 Grass Pokemon, I am reluctant to bring my Azumarill, but I do need my Azumarill, so this is a bit tricky. He might lead with his Tyranitar and Amoonguss. Whew, okay. What we'll do is we will lead with Talonflame and see, I'm not sure I want to bring Raichu in this game. I definitely want my Tyranitar, and I guess I do want my Azumarill as well. Aegislash is an option, and it's an option you know, why not? I never use Aegislash. Poor Aegislash gets left out. Let's use Aegislash. Let's see how this goes. So this will be interesting. Come on, Aegislash. Remind me why you're in the team. So he's got his Tyranitar out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Mega Tyranitar. He's threatening the fake out on my Talonflame. And yeah, okay. This is a bit of a sticky situation. I'll bring my Tyranitar in, and I will actually go for a Flash Cannon on his Tyranitar. Just to get a bit of damage off. I mean, it's probably going to do like 40% or something. But yeah, there's the fake out. It's probably going to Dragon Dance. Yeah, there's the Dragon Dance. So this is a bit of a sticky situation already. But there's a Flash Cannon. Actually does quite a nice chunk. But the worst he can do to my Tyranitar with his is Rock Slide. So I'm actually going to Wide Guard. He could Scald my Aegislash here. He could Scald the Tyranitar. If he gets a Scald Burn on the Tyranitar, then obviously I've probably lost the game. But this is what I've got to hope for, basically. The Aegislash is a little bit more expendable, but let's see how this works out. It can go in lots of ways. So again, and this is another quite interesting game, really. I'm not sure Mr. Bob has max speed on his Tyranitar, so if I do get a Dragon Dance up with mine, then I should be outspeeding his. But again, the worry is a Scald Burn on my Tyranitar. That is the main worry, actually, at the moment. So fingers crossed he doesn't get a Scald Burn. Obviously I can survive a Scald, or a Giga Drain, but it's the burn that I'm worried about. So let's put the timer on and see how we go. I can't see the chat, so if he's talking to me, then you know, hello. But he actually protects his Tyranitar. Okay, so he's baited at the Wide Guard. I've got my Dragon Dance up. Is he going to Scald? He's going to Giga Drain. Okay, I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. And I'm actually just going to Rock Slide and Wide Guard, because I don't think this Rock Slide is going to knock out his Tyranitar, so I want to protect my Tyranitar from his. I can obviously flinch as well, the Ludicolo, which would be nice. Oh, well, there's a flinch. And there's another flinch, wow. Okay, so, you know, you know that I like Rock Slide. I like flinching people. Now, the options, I could be extra safe and crunch the Ludicolo, but the Wide Guard, again, is quite obvious. He might just crunch my Aegislash. I'm not going to risk it. I mean, I'm not going to risk that silly play, rather. I'm going to bank on my Rock Slides hitting. And in this turn, I can put myself back into shield form, or I can think about what else he might have to threaten my Tyranitar, which is potentially his Lucario or Amoonguss, and I'm going to bring my Talonflame in. So, again, thinking forward, this is obviously assuming that my Tyranitar is faster. Oh, he just forfeited the game. So, yeah, he is forfeited. Yeah, I'm quite sure Mr. Bob... Oh, it actually missed as well. I'm quite sure his Tyranitar isn't max speed. Ooh, he didn't get the burn there, but he has forfeited anyway. So, if he did bring Lucario and if he did bring Amoonguss in, then I've got my Talonflame here to threaten that as well. So, always thinking forward. Aegislash actually doing some work there, so I'm quite chuffed with that. But there we go, that'll do. I mean, we've been going on for almost a quarter of an hour, so we've had a couple of nice games, and you've seen how I think when I use this team. So hopefully you've found this interesting. Hopefully you'll feel compelled to share my channel everywhere. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Obviously, up to you. Do what you like. Hope you've enjoyed it. That's the main thing. But thanks for watching, and bye for now, guys.